No one will hit you harder than life itself. It doesn't matter how hard you hit back. It's about how much you can take and keep fighting. How much you can suffer and keep moving forward. That's how you win. Study people's success stories hard. Study their failures even harder. If you're gonna be a failure, at least be one at something you enjoy. Every champion was once a contender that refused to give up. Don't discuss your dreams, pursue them. I'm a big believer that, in life, we can't succeed in everything. Most times, we lose. Nothing is real if you don't believe in who you are. I learned the real meaning of love. Love is absolute loyalty. People fade, looks fade, but loyalty never fades. You can depend so much on certain people, you can set your watch by them. And that's love, even if it doesn't seem very exciting. Going in one more round, when you don't think you can. That's what makes all the difference in your life. If you express yourself too much, you're considered weak. Dreams cost nothing, they are free. The hard part is just keeping them going. There's a natural law of karma that vindictive people who go out of their way to hurt others will end up broke and alone. Remember, the mind is your best muscle. Big arms can move rocks. But big words can move mountains. Ride the brain train for success. When you're scared, when you're hanging on, when life is hurting you, then you're going to see what you're really made of. If you don't have a mountain, build one and then climb it. And after you climb it, build another one, otherwise you start to flatline in your life. For every guy, there is an opportunity to be a lot better than he thought he could be. We can't all be the star of the team, but we can be a star in our life. That's where you set your goal. I'd rather do something I love badly than to feel bad about not doing something I love. Consider the source. Don't be a fool by listening to a fool. Time is truly the great enemy. It's not the great healer, it's the great stealer. I am not the richest, smartest or most talented person in the world. But I succeed because I keep going and going and going. Now if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. You are what you leave behind. Every time I've failed, people had me out for the count, but I always come back. I have great expectations for the future, because the past was highly overrated. Success is usually the culmination of controlling failure. The problem is, your ego sometimes tells you that you can do many things. But sometimes it's best to stay focused and be honest with yourself. Don't be gullible, use life before it uses you. Understand there are no free lunches, and for every action you take, there's a reaction. When life hits you pretty hard, you can go into a dark corner. Your spiritual sense will make you either a winner or a loser. I think everyone has a certain kind of formula in their life. When you deviate from that formula, you're going to fail big or you're gonna win big. I believe there's an inner power that makes winners or losers. And the winners are the ones who really listen to the truth of their hearts. You've got to show your soul, otherwise you're just a piece of equipment. Artists die twice, first creatively, then physically. The second one is the easiest. I realized, the older I get, the more difficult life becomes. It's not easier, it's more difficult. Real love is when you become selfless, and you are more concerned about your mates' or children's egos than your own. You're now a giver instead of a taker. I'm perceived to be this solitary character, but nothing could be further from the truth. You're a disease, and I'm the cure. The older I get, the more things I gotta leave behind. I think kids growing up, if they were picked on, and feeling inferior at 12, they're going to feel that way at 72, you just deal with it better, I'm serious.